Hello, everyone. Take two. For those of you who probably didn't see it, we messed it up. It's fine. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Oddly Spicy Roundup. It actually has a name now, more because Kez just made a thing, as opposed to yeah. But the important thing is, it's with Connor and with actually good at X-wing now, not just looking to get on an XTC team, Liam.
Evening all.
Yes. Screw you, world.
To be
How
fair,
much time should we dedicate to kissing Liam's arse?
I
Is it
think.
now while the viewership's low?
Shall we do about 30 seconds? About
I
30
think that's
seconds.
fair enough.
Okay. For 30 seconds of being nice to Liam, and this is the only time it will happen, Liam has won the last 4 tournaments he's entered.
Oh, we need the list. Hang on.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Is it
Uh,
last
Sorry,
4?
in terms of Liam could give us the list, I'm sure.
So I've won a Leeds event, a store champ, the X-Wing Ready Room, roulette, and then the Jedi Council of the Sith Taker League, which is the top league.
Kind of a big deal.
I came second in a normal store tournament a month ago, top 16 in Kyber, top 32 in Sith Taker Cup, and then a really poor place in Firecast Cup.
I feel
We
like
don't talk about
I feel like I should have cut him off because it was slightly more than 30 seconds. But seriously,
I know, right?
Liam's been on a tear recently, so good job, Liam.
He now owns 2 coins. Ollie.
I know he owns more coins than me. I'm going to have to go and see. The problem is that I was going to go to that store championship, and obviously I was scared. I was scared of Liam, which is why I didn't go. But no, I couldn't go, unfortunately.
It's fun
I
having
had
2 coins.
flights booked and just cancelled it.
Oh, I know, right? It was a thing, but
It's fun having 2 coins because I can pretend I'm the monster from Pan's Labyrinth now.
nice.
Yeah, fair.
I just really enjoy having all of the different styles of focus tokens to really trigger my opponents who like having all the same. It's fun.
I would
I'm
be
running-
I would be that opponent.
I'm running Malorus, so I need to win 5 more coins.
Yes, you do.
We'll give him 3 weeks. Okay, we're definitely done. Well done, Liam. You're an absolute fucking hero. Next year, they're going to be literally queuing up to get you on the board.
Or just
I can't wait.
I can turn away at the door again, and everyone will be. Yeah, we'll see.
Expect a glitter bomb.
I mean, he knows where I live. He will literally come around my house and beat me up. Hello, Ascal. No, we haven't started yet. Everything's fine.
Mostly garbage thus far.
Mostly garbage. The garbage
Ouch.
will do.
Ouch.
I said mostly.
Well,
You're
he
here
said
too.
mostly, and praising Liam and his great success.
Yeah, exactly. Right there. And yes, is he good enough for Team Island yet? Oh, there's the shout. Jenny going in hard,
Fuck me.
right?
My spot is under threat, no question.
It's fine. We're not talking about records in a team tournament, probably.
Mine's got better.
Yours
Please.
has, like, to be fair, we both started 0-2, and then it has got a little bit better than that, which is nice.
I think I'm good enough to be Team Island's captain.
I'm not commenting on Team Ireland. You get me in trouble.
I mean, congratulations, Gary. You did understand that he isn't Irish. However, as I have been Welsh captain before, and people keep on thinking I'm Wales. I'm Wales. I'm literally the country of Wales. Oh God. No, I'm not Welsh. But I have been the Welsh captain before. But that was due to lots of illness, and no one else wanted it, so I took the hot potato. Right. Actually, you know what? I'm not quite going to get started yet. Before we get started with the weekly roundup, I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to actually start off with Liam because he's talking. Liam, how do you feel the XTC has gone so far? How do you like looking outside in? What do you think about the XTC so far?
Oh, thanks for that casual reminder. So, honestly, this has been one of the most exciting X-Wing tournaments I've ever kept track of. It's been great from start to the current position. There's been loads of surprise results. Obviously, like with Poland losing 2 rounds, nobody would have called that.
Nope.
And then we've got countries that we didn't give the recognition they deserved at first, i.e. Peru, Singapore. It's honestly, and to be perfectly honest, with how this is all going, I'm saying honest quite a lot now. Like, I'm being dragged into all the banter and stuff, and it's nice to be involved from a person on the outside. and it's a really warm. It's a really warm environment, I think.
That was wonderfully emotional and emotional and just eloquent.
See, everyone, he does have a soft side. He's actually a lovely person. He just pretends.
North Mexico,
There it is.
Canada.
Yeah, and shout out to everyone so far. Hello to Ireland, who's here. Hello to Juan. Juan. There we go. And yes, from Dom, Liam.
Hello to West Wales, who's shown up.
Yep. And wait, is Liam not part of an XTC team? We hadn't heard. Try harder, Liam. Obviously, England.
Right. Can I just say, the English football team, they probably would have won that final if they'd have taken me as well.
There we go. There it is. I was waiting for it. And yes.
Can we make the last mention of football? Because I am so super fucking sick of hearing about it. I mean, fucking imagine if you'd won the damn thing. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's true. Although it's really nice to see that, ignoring the general English fan base, because a lot of them are a load of arseholes. People. Not everyone, but a lot of them are awful people. Thank you to... I think Gareth Southgate and his team deserve a shout, because that is two major semi-final/final in two big tournaments. So there we go. That's all the football. I don't follow football. I'm with Connor. I'm the rugby man. But well done for kicking the ball in the oversized goal. Good job.
It was the first game of football I've watched in 10 years, and I thought it was a wonderful display of thuggery and cheating across the board.
I mean...
And I worked out exactly why I don't watch the fucking game.
He's not wrong. Anywho, I think on that note... Oh, sorry, we never went to Connor. Connor, how do you feel about the XTC so far?
I think we're very much at round 7. I have loved every minute of this. The effort, the pressure, the ridiculous slip in my work, the ridiculous slip in my marriage. It's been absolutely astounding. But 7 weeks for me is very much the extent it go to. I play the one and only gentleman and Saint Scholar Tom Reed tomorrow, and that theoretically ends my involvement in this tournament, and I will go out of it with a smile, one way or the other.
Yeah.
I've loved it. I'm very happy how we've done, but it's a lot. Jesus, it's a lot.
Yeah. I think you hit both of the nails that I was going to hit, and especially from both being a player and a captain. I feel like I've had a second job for about 2 months. And especially, obviously, I'm a horrible person and have just broken up for holiday, which is why this is on a Tuesday. And thank you to all you people who are here on a Tuesday. I know. Don't.
I'm in court in like 9 hours, but carry on.
That's fine. Just don't ask how many weeks of holiday I get per year. It's disgusting. But with this, it's been an incredible tournament for everyone. It has been very busy though, and I think that's the only thing I would say. I would have actually preferred to have played 2 games a week. I think, and just get it out the way. Or actually,
I disagree. I disagree. Ultimately, it's been better than the Olympics.
It's been amazing to follow. It's been very, very busy. It's a long period. I just don't know whether or not we can squidge it up a little bit. Like maybe have single day tournaments where we play like we play 3 teams or something. We have one Saturday every month. I don't know. Maybe something like that. Yeah. I just the 7 week thing. Like, and I agree with like hey Elred, good to see you. But yeah, it's like two games a week would have been insane. But yeah, I feel like there is a way of making this a little bit easier somehow.
Ollie, I'd say right now it's completely and utterly impossible to repeat this. Lockdown is the only reason this worked. I left one wedding, but if we were next year at the end of June, start of July, how many of us would be on holiday?
Oh yeah,
how many of us would be at 100 social events? How many of us would just not be able to do it?
I think
this is a one-off in this format. It'll never be repeatable.
Yeah. I think though, what it does do, I think it's given so many people the experience of the XTC, and I'm really, really hopeful that, because we had 21 before lockdown happened, and I really, really hope, and personally I would like to see the team numbers go down slightly to support more countries being able to play, or just bring like I'm really, really hopeful that we can make an international team tournament happen, because you just do a Swiss, you just do 7 or so rounds of Swiss and then a top cut or something like that, and it's going to be like, if you get 50 teams, oh my god, it's going to be amazing. And
Where are we having this?
oh, I don't know, like Poland, Italy. To be fair, Poland has the capacity for it. There's
Wolverhampton.
It's not like feckin' England doesn't. Come on.
yeah,
I
but
mean, Manchester Airport, the NEC, etc.
in defense of having it in Europe, the England scene is bloody expensive to anyone outside of England. It's really, really hard for people not like it's easy for them to get across. It's just really expensive for them. Whereas I can, for the price of going up to Birmingham, it's almost as cheap for me to get across to Krakow and play, and it's a
true.
hell of a lot cheaper for everyone else who can drive.
Why don't we shake hands in the middle and do it in Vegas?
What we should totally do is we should have one side of the pond and the other side of the pond, like hold it somewhere in America, and then hold one in Europe, and hold one in Australia or Singapore, and then see if we can get like a final.
Yeah, no, I think it's an awesome idea, and I love the way Dion has religiously made sure there's been like a Galaxy Sydney. He's made sure there's been 2 in the UTC +1/+2 range, and three in the US region, which covers South America and Canada.
Yeah.
He's been really good about that. Everybody gets a shot.
I've got a better idea. You have one in the States, one in Europe, one in the Oceanic region. But then how about we all kind of meet in the middle and go play on a cruise ship?
Yeah, I don't want to just play England, Spain, Italy, and fucking Poland and Germany. So I don't want to play in the European fucking region.
Yeah.
Move.
Offsod.
I mean that's the thing. It is quite nice to get all of the people together, and we will miss that with it not being online. So maybe once a year, once every couple of years, we can try an online version as well and see what happens. But what's that?
I think it's going to have to be 5 rounds max.
Right. Yeah, it would have to be 5 rounds max, but it's really good fun. So
it's been amazing, but this is definitely the highlight of the lockdown. As lockdown ends, as flights open up, as all direct flights recommence in August, the timing couldn't have been better. It just would not have worked. It would not have worked next year.
I am so sad that I'm not allowed to go to the Italian, what is essentially a mini European Championships going on in Italy in Milan. If you're around on the 5th of September, then go if you can.
Have to go back to work.
The problem is I'm already back to work. I start work on the 30th of August, so it is inside my work, and if there is any sniff of quarantine, that is not okay. So that's
I am in similar position, my friend.
Yeah, it is what it is. But hey ho, we are here. Right, with that in mind, we've faffed for a little bit and actually covered some important things. Shall we move on to some breakdown?
Yeah, so this one's gonna be shorter than the last one, for a variety of reasons. But lead on, fearless leader.
All right. Hey, don't knock on the 40k crew. Some of those competitive people are nice. Some of them are not, but some of them are. Right.
Some of them are the worst.
Let's start off over here, shall we? Let's start off over here. So, Group A, Week 1. Group A, Week 1. Let's make sure that this is in the right place. There we go. So, what matchup do you want to start off with?
Let's go Team Hellas. Let's see if they surprised us.
All right, Hellas versus Poland. Hellas versus Poland. Okay. So
there was a small amount of controversy in this, and I don't know if it resolved or not.
Hellas, Poland, Hellas.
Because one of the matches was not played when a score was entered, and I don't honestly know if that ultimately was played or not.
At the moment, it's a 5-2. I think by Tuesday, I would imagine they had it rescheduled. I think the plan was the score was temporarily put in as a 200-0 as the Greek player could not make it. The plan was, after talking with the judges, to replay the match. So I would imagine that's hopefully been done by now. A sub has stepped in to replay the match. So fingers crossed. And
well, worst case scenario, like in reality, is well done, Greece. You took 2 games off Poland.
Yeah, very well done, Greece.
That's a victory because you weren't.
It is. And yeah, shout out to Tom Fielson for finally winning some games. Good job. You go, Tom.
Oh, has he finally done that?
He has. He has. Ray has taken some scalp. And there's been
Virtual
some.
pat on the head.
It's taken a little while, but I feel like Ray is finally. Maybe it's people learning how to get Ray into some good pairings, or learning how much they have to babysit Ray in the pairing process. But yeah.
So we'll get back to that one later, but because it reappears in Group C. But
yes.
let's definitely ring out to Italy, who after last week's defeat to the dream crushing Norway came out swinging.
Yep.
At every point against Singapore.
I mean,
I did not see them, and I didn't see them play that well at any other game I saw. This week they had pride to regain. Pride regained.
Yes, and General Kenobi indeed. But yeah, hey Marcel, the Italians have come back, and they had a point to prove, and they really did. The Italians came in 5-2ing Singapore, who have been on a tear. So congratulations, Peru. Peru is presently.
Oh no! Slow down. Peru's going to get more than a 10-second mention.
They are.
To get the
They
Group
will.
B.
They will. We'll go on to that one. But well done, Peru. That's what we're going to say for now. But yeah, so Italy regaining their top spot, and annoyingly, they're beating us by 1 game. They have 33 wins. It's pretty impressive. If I was just to flick to the standings, that's if a team is out ahead, that's pretty out ahead. Have a look how far away Poland is there.
So if we make the position on that one, Italy, just like England.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think they were dead even, but I think that's probably the games we taken from this week.
Is it
But
possible?
Italy, just like England, have to acquire 1 win to make it through. Win acquired, Italy are in.
So the only way that Italy do not is if Singapore goes 7-0 and Italy goes 0-7 against Poland. Technically possible, but fairly unlikely. So yes, congratulations.
Poland have to win.
Poland have to win. Well, we'll get onto that. Let's get on to because we had Poland, Greece, we had Italy, Singapore. We've got 2 left. We got Malaysia, Norway, and Brazil, and the Czech Republic. So where are we? Malaysia, Norway. Where's it gone? Norway, Poland, Malaysia, Norway. Norway, good job. Unfortunate to Malaysia. They've had a really fun tournament actually. Malaysia's been enjoying themselves. And seriously, I'm just going to see if I can get a photo of it because it's really pretty. Also, I need to one sec.
Coin.
I need to go and ban things from the bot chat. No, I thought I got rid of those, but that's fine. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to see if I can dig up the coin that Singapore have had made because it is so pretty. This deserves the 30-second of me wasting time.
Well, I will let you run that through. There we go. Norway, who have defeated Italy, have defeated Poland, have defeated Malaysia, and can't make it. Oh, that's really heartbreaking.
It is. It's a real shame. It's a real
they're
shame.
4-2.
I
mean, it's still technically possible, but they're too far behind the gate things. It's such a tough group. They've played fucking amazingly. They've knocked 2 giants off on their arse. Like, full credit. You guys go out with your head held high.
Look at this. Look at this thing of beauty. It's got all the names on it.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
It's really nice. And they, by the way, they have around 100 of these. They printed off so that every single player can give like 8 out, as well as keep 1 for themselves. So might.
Malaysia, yeah, keep 3.
Well, I might be talking to Louis about how to get these printed because, that's I like that. We need to get some shirts sorted, and I'm going to do that for finals. But oh wow, that's really.
Well, Ireland has shirts,
really
but
pretty.
I won't lie to you. I'd like to do that. It's quite a commemoration.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Can't wait to get mine.
What?
My captain wants details passed on. That's a good sign.
You can ask me nicely, and if you want, I can get you a coin with England beat stick on it. And by beat stick, I mean you keep on beating us up, and it's helpful. So thank you for that. Yes, I will. If anyone is interested, talk to either myself or Louis, and I will pass that on. Yeah, I feel like I should maybe talk to the Bullseye guys and see if we can get some sponsorship on a shirt. That'd be fun. Right. So what was the last one we need to talk about? Because we did the Malaysia, Norway, shout out to Norway, and Brazil and Czech Republic. That was the last one. Czech Republic, Brazil. Brazil were looking good, and they just died at the end.
Let's be fair. This is the group of death. This is.
This hurts. This hurts.
These guys showed up that we've had 4 world-class teams, and 2 are going out.
Yeah, and I mean Norway. If Norway can beat Singapore and Italy, Poland and Italy, then you put them anywhere else, you'd expect them to go through, right?
Exactly.
But if we have a look at the standings right now, and I don't think there's been many games played at the moment, but I mean, sorry Greece. We called it at the start. We were kind of expecting it. It isn't done yet, but it is pretty much done. Malaysia, well, Brazil and Malaysia, they got their wins against Greece. And, I mean, look at that. Czech Republic, Norway. It's
21-22. And when we get to the bottom of this pack, we'll see a lot of those. But, yeah, it's just a group. Sorry, Norway. That was a really shit marble to come out.
It was. It really was. And you've got to feel for them because, I mean, what's going to happen here? This is the hot and spicy meatball. I mean, look at this. Look at this. 4-2, 5-1, 5-1. Obviously, Poland and Italy play. If Poland win the head-to-head against Italy, Italy is not quite guaranteed to win yet because they are 26-33. They are 28-33. Poland are 5 wins ahead. So if Poland beat them, they win the head-to-head against them. And that's really, really important. So Italy needs to not go 5. They need to not go 6-1 or 7-0. They need to win 2 games.
They need to go. Singapore is their person they're looking to beat now, not Italy or not Poland. Singapore's on 26. So if Italy win 1, if they lose, if they literally go 1-6, they're in.
Yes. No, because it's a good point. Sorry, because Italy lost to Singapore, right?
Yeah, it's not the head-to-head for them.
Yeah,
Singapore is 7 behind Italy.
Yeah, so
one win. That's it.
Yeah, so if Singapore draw with Italy, then they go through, but they need to draw. So to get
Poland have to crucify Italy, and I mean crucify them.
Yeah, it does. It needs to have the 7-0. So Singapore needs to do a 7-0, and Italy needs to 0-7. So technically they're not safe, but yeah,
they're as safe as you guys are.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? You'd like to think that we'd be able to get one win. You'd like to think.
It could be by 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Who knows?
I mean, let's see what happens in your game. Yes.
I do just want Singapore to go through at this point.
I don't know, like...
If Italy beat Poland, it's Italy-Singapore going through.
Yeah.
That's that simple.
I mean, this is the thing, and this is the interesting thing that we were talking about at the start. Because at the start of this tournament, we were wondering when Singapore went and beat Italy. We were thinking, okay, if it comes down to it at the end, and Poland have lost, and Italy is the final round, Italy now can put out Poland from the tournament. And it's coming down to that, because if Poland beat Italy, they have a chance of going through. They can knock off Singapore. But if Poland smash Italy, then Poland can not only make sure that they go through, but Singapore can go through as well. It's interesting. I mean, this is the thing, Enzeru. Like, you're talking about if Italy loses 6-1, yes, but that's if Singapore 7-0s their round. And how many teams have actually managed to 7-0? Not many. Who is Singapore playing this last round? Singapore is playing the Czech Republic, and I tell you what, they're not bad. They've gone 4-2.
They're 4-2. They're going to take games off them.
So regardless of anything,
hang on, I'm going to double check, make sure Singapore hasn't put a game on the board, because there's a lot of complaints coming from that gentleman.
Oh yeah, sorry. Apologies.
They have not. They've not.
No, I'm being an idiot because because Singapore are on 6-1. That's why I'm being a moron. That's why we're being idiots. Because
So it still stands.
if Italy lose, then Singapore's game difference doesn't matter because Italy are on 5-2, same as Poland. So Italy and Poland are fighting against each other with it head-to-head.
Yeah, Singapore wins and in.
Yeah,
that is not
there we go.
under any question.
So they do need to win 2 games. There we go. It's fine. We just spent like 5 minutes arguing about the same thing. The important thing though is that just Italy get 2 games and you're fine. If you get 2 games, you're clear. For Singapore, you should be able to beat the Czech Republic, but they're starting to shake. They're starting to shake a little bit. I mean, they got 5-2 Italy. It wasn't that close. I mean, Italy did play really well in those games. It wasn't like a smash. Both of them played really well, but I think Italy outplayed them a little bit. I still need to go back and watch Marco versus XY. But yeah, I think
it's an odd game. It really is an odd game.
I'm not sure how to call this one for next week.
I think we stick with statistical stats, and it's Italy, Singapore.
I feel like it stays like this. I think it stays like this.
Yeah.
But there is a world where
Poland stomps Italy into the floor.
I mean, it can definitely happen.
I mean, if they do, it's a pretty fantastic result.
I mean, it's still close.
And yes, Norway do have an outside chance, but it's such an outside chance, it's almost not worth thinking about. I mean, it's heaven-aligning territory, which is very upsetting with their 5-3-4-6 points on the board against Singapore's 5-1-2-2 and a mean of about 5,400.
I'm curious to see what the Czech Republic is going to bring to the table here. Because I feel like what might happen is that, because Singapore's games are probably going to be late because of the time difference, right? Is if we're looking for the real like drama in Group A, then what could happen is we get Poland stomping Italy, but then and managing to get the 5-2, but then the Czech Republic beat Singapore, and therefore Italy end up going through. Oh, Singapore Czech is already 3. Well, to Singapore, fair enough.
So
It's
that's the point,
just a
actually.
little airborne. It's still good. It's still good.
So we've constantly mentioned Group E with Australia, and we've said they've probably struggled with the time difference, and everyone else is playing on a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Singapore have not suffered that, and they aren't too far away from there, are they?
No.
Time difference wise.
I mean, time difference wise, they're a long way off. They're a long way off. They do have quite a few players who are used to playing on that time difference, but you argue that the Aussies are as well. Right, let's just have a quick sneaky peek at the rounds, and we want round 7. Singapore win, and win. Oof. Well, Singapore are 3-0 up already, as we're saying. So.
Ooh. Singapore going for that 7-0.
Well, they just need a win. But the fact that they need to get the full reverse sweep now. What are the matchups?
You said they were shaking. My first thought was they just got bled. They're going to come back punching.
It's true. We'll see. We'll see. Regardless, I think that's enough of Group A. Group A is going to be a fun one. If you're going to watch anything this week, or watch Group A, Italy-Poland is going to be a stomp fest.
Right, can I start with a little bit of sycophants for Group B?
Oh,
so I finally got seeing a Peru game.
Mm-hmm.
I've never, ever seen Aces phone as well. Ever in my life. With the entire chat calling out moves, him doing different ones, and then everybody going, oh, wait, oh, wow. Yeah, that was, ow. P.S. that loss is just a one-game loss at the minute to Lithuania. The Peru player flying their Imperial Aces is world-class. There is no question of it.
Mm-hmm.
World-class. Happily put him against the table against you.
Well,
like a coin.
He's the one that made the Vader Defender win a 50-man tournament.
It was unreal watching it. So not only shout out for the fact they went 6-0, they are here to play and they are going to feature in the finals.
It's going to be fun. I look
There's
forward
no
to
question
that
of it.
I look
I
forward to
think,
that one.
given the strength of all the teams in there, with Peru being originally a surprise to us, I would say with their current record and how they're playing, they're
Sorry, Purple.
probably one of the top 3 teams to watch in the finals.
I'm saying that's the Brazilian. I don't care where he's from. He was fabulous.
Beans with hot sauce, yes. Beans and sausages with a little bit of hot sauce. And building up.
So Peru, well, I saw one match, but I was certainly not sleeping on them. Look at that points. Look at that points difference. Look at those set wins.
Pretty big. 2-3-4-3.
Peru have been
How are we
absolutely
doing?
fantastic.
Yeah, that's big. That's very big.
So unfortunately, B is really easy to call from this point because it's closed.
It is closed. We have nothing more to talk about at the top end of B anyway. Peru and Germany did a win. No one else can catch them at this point, as it is from a lower on. Yeah, Lithuania was the closest. Although saying that, they're technically 3-3 at the moment. So we've got 3-3, 3-3, 3-3 from New Zealand, Iceland and Lithuania. And shout outs to New Zealand and Iceland for coming back strong, because they started off weak and then they've really warmed up.
Yeah. Quick question: does anyone know the progress of Ukraine this week?
Looks to be poor.
So far.
So far, no.
Mm.
Who are Ukraine playing?
They're not playing anybody.
Yes.
They haven't played anybody yet. They're currently 0-6 and they haven't started this round.
Yes.
And they
They've
are
got South
playing...
Africa, and I really want them to get around. I don't want them to go 0-7.
So Ukraine this week are playing South Africa. Yes.
South Africa, yeah.
Yeah. So I got you, Purple. I got you.
Sorry, you're quite right. Renato is the Peruvian who is the who's top of one of the top 4 of the last GVSPs, and the Brazilian guy is Marcelo, who played the Vader
Yes.
Defender. And you're right, I played both. Well, I played Marcelo and I watched Renato, and they are both very good.
Mm-hmm. So Nickel City was hosting Funwalk Funwalk was hosting, Nickel City was hosting the first 2 games. For South
1-1.
Africa and Ukraine, they are 1-1. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the tail end of this. I want to see Scotland.
They're 3-1.
I want to see Scotland fight their way back. Scotland are playing Germany, so probably not. But it'd be good. It'd be good for Scotland to take a win of Germany at the end.
Pretty certain I was watching Scotland take a game off Germany earlier. Well, I had to log off, but I'm pretty sure they were winning that one.
Yeah. It'd be nice for Scotland. I mean, if that's the one thing that they can do at the end of this and go, you know what, like, screw you, we are a good team, because there are some good players in that team.
It's a big pride play.
It is, and similar for South Africa versus Ukraine. If Ukraine can manage to squeeze a win off South Africa, it'd be nice.
Well, they're 3-1 according to the chat, and I did actually see the one Nickel City X-Wing where Greg was wonderfully supporting the one Hull Fang that wouldn't die. And then his stream died on the last dice roll, as the dice were rolling.
Fair play. Yeah, so it's looking like 3-1, and Scotland is 1-0, I think, against Germany. So, yeah, we'll see what we got. New Zealand did manage to pull a win against Scotland last week, and Peru stomped all over Ukraine, so that was expected. Lithuania, South Africa was looking close, but Lithuania did manage to get the win, and Germany avoided falling to Iceland, so there we go. 1-1 with Germany. Come on, Rory, I believe in you. Punch him.
I mean, going into the finals, I think we're going to see a completely different beast in Germany.
Yeah. Agreed.
They've sauntered through this just about, because they've been going 4-3 in the majority of their final results.
Yeah,
they will completely switch it up for the finals.
I agree. I think Germany had a bit of a funsies for this group. They went, okay, we're fine. We can get away with testing things and seeing what works. Turns out they need to actually fly the meta, and I think we're going to see that. I think they're going to come in and stomp all over some kids. I mean, we've seen all of those German players play really, really well, and I think it's going to be a similar thing from Poland as well. If Poland make it to finals, they're going to be on they're going to stop messing around and they're going to start actually flying what they are good at and what is good at the same, instead of just trying one or the other. Because I think Poland almost went too far meta and Germany went too far off meta, and I think you need that happy medium in the middle.
Yeah, and they all got well. I'm not going to talk about Poland because Poland's facing threes, but everybody got a little bit of a schooling, and Germany are 100% going to be paying attention to.
Yeah, for sure. Can we judge much of what's going on? Absolutely. I think we can judge quite a lot from what happened on the play-in. I think you're seeing some teams' weaknesses, and yeah, I think it's going to be. I'm certainly going to be doing a lot of homework from the list that did well and yada yada yada. So I'm curious. Basically, in my view, no single list is safe. For us anyway. If we think that we could improve, then why not? Because you don't learn much from wins, you learn a lot from losses. So I think it's very, very important for all the teams to have a look back and see what needs to be cut and see what needs to get better. So yeah, we'll go from there. Right, so Group B, it is locked in, but it's going to be a fun fight to the finish, and I'm for the last week. Germany, Scotland, New Zealand, Iceland, Peru, Lithuania. Azagal saying that they want to really take the fight to Peru and make sure they don't finish. Come on, Lithuania. If you can make sure Peru doesn't finish 7-0.
The only 7-0 in the tournament. The only possible 7-0.
Fall at the last hurdle. See what happens. South Africa, Ukraine. You'll see what happens there. All right.
Ukraine are 3-1, apparently. So
Ukraine
we're seeing it quite fast.
We'll see. All right, let's see what we got.
So on to Group D.
Nah,
yeah,
let's do Group C. So, I'm
aware it's simple for me to say this is the most exciting group, but it's hard to argue. It's a hell of a 3-horse race.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right, should we have a look at standings instead of just putting the schedule on? Just before we do standings, this is what happened in Group C this week. Canada played Ireland. England played Philippines. Colombia played Finland. And Wales played Croatia.
Before we move on, Ollie, remind me, who did you call winning Canada versus Ireland again? Just for my... I literally can't remember. Who was it?
I believe I called Canada.
You most certainly did.
I called Ireland because I'm a suck-up.
You also most certainly did. And in fairness, completely honestly, I put this as a 3-4 loss for us.
And...
I called every match correctly.
Would you look
Bar
at
one.
that?
Bar one.
The one. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure how it happened, but it happened. And I go back and watch some of those games. They were great. And shout out to Rich Polly for getting abused on stream as well.
I mean,
you can only watch games.
Yeah, I mean, Rich's game was not pretty. Don't go and watch that game. That was a car crash. But bless him, he did a lot better in the practice.
No, I always said that. Everybody's like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's not okay. God bless Rich. He's gonna get fucking eaten.
Well,
Cam knows exactly what he's doing with that list. He knows exactly how to play against Fenny. He did it exactly right.
He did.
I mean, there were some people in that team that thought they knew what they were doing with their lists. So, yeah. I mean, don't fly Ray into large jousting blocks, right?
I would be honest if you did not start a fight with my opponent. He was a lovely man.
He was.
And it was a hell of a game.
Yes.
Indeed.
End of.
Ray does not like FOs. But, yeah, I mean, that makes it interesting. Because basically, Canada could have locked last week. And now...
Yeah, could have.
And now... So... Going back over what happened. So Canada 4-3 to Ireland, that one. So close, very close. England 6-1 over the Philippines, and shout out to Tim King who stepped in. Yeah, you did indeed. Good job, Tom. So yeah, where's the source? There's the source. It's there. But yeah, so. England Philippines was shout out to Philippines, really really friendly bunch. Unfortunately didn't go well for them. I get the impression we got the better of them in the pairings there, but yeah, had a good time enjoyed playing those games. What happened in Colombia, Finland, and Wales, Croatia?
Can I interrupt very briefly just to... The reason that you consider we were going to lose is because they didn't bring in the subs, which is completely fair because we had 2 this round. And since he's in chat on a holiday,
Yes.
I'd like to shout out to Simon for his last round win of that series, because that was the only game I called as a loss that we pulled around, and he was a sub.
Yep.
Playing for Cormac Higgins, no less.
Yeah, and that was a hard game. That was a hard game.
Well, we got Andrew Ola in the chat as well.
We do, and yeah, that game was rough. If you haven't seen Garvin Dryce die to auto damage from 5 hull before he gets to shoot, oh my god! Proximity mine, crit from debris, into a, what was it, the can't turn corners crit. You take it loose stabilizer. Like it just went bam 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 bam. It was it was from full. Yeah, so that was nonsense.
Yeah, it's seismic.
Andrew, I don't think we need to say you let Canada down with that sort of chain. Give a breather, brother.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that was I have never seen that happen before, but it was glorious. It was beautiful, and ouch. But yeah, and then the other one, the other coin flip game was Obi just about managed to catch range 2 on Von Reg. Right, so that was that one. What was looks like Finland won against Colombia. Poor Colombia, another one that's going 0-6.
They are refusing to die an honourable death.
They are.
They are insisting on remaining in the race.
They still technically have a shot right now,
and they know that, they're repeating it.
Yeah, they still technically have a shot. I'm going to say technically because, well...
Oh, it's 4-2 at the moment,
yeah,
isn't it? Not
it is 4-2
4-3
at the moment. Ignore the 3. It is a 4-2. What's going to be super, super interesting, and it's going to be super interesting, is because Ireland-England is interesting enough, because that's what's happening this week. Ireland-England is fun. But Canada against the Philippines... That's the decider, I think, because
I'm feeling very Filipino this week. I won't lie.
The big deal is this: Canada and Ireland are 25 wins each, and England are on 32. So again, if we go 0-7 and both Canada and Canada goes 7-0, then technically England cannot get through to finals. But that's pretty unlikely on both counts. So.
Because you lost to Canada.
We did lose to Canada, which
we
means
beat Canada,
which means that Canada will beat us on
nonsense.
Yeah, it means that Canada will beat us on head-to-head, and so if Ireland beat us and Canada win, then does it go to 25? Oh God, it does, doesn't it? Oh Jesus! So it actually goes down to MOV. Does it go down to MOV?
No, if Ireland beats you 6-1, 5-2, or 4-3, we go through.
Yes.
Simple as that. If we lose to you, we need the Philippines to beat Canada because we're 5-1 and they're 4-2. If they go to 4-3, they're dead. Finland will have a hard time catching us, but yes, it is still technically possible if Ireland and Canada both get their absolute arse stomped.
But what if there is a hilarious thing that could happen? Because 25-32, right?
Yep, but head-to-head comes first, Ollie.
Yeah. But is that 7 games? 7 games away, right? So if we 0-7, if for some reason we go 0-7, and Canada also goes 7-0, because then that means we all end up on 32 wins, and there's a head-to-head tie, and when it goes to MOV.
Because Ireland beat you.
Ireland beat,
and therefore we win the head-to-head.
Oh yeah, because Ireland and Canada have both beaten us. That's oops.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgot about that. It's fine. Yeah, I just need to.
Gary, in his usual polite way, is also pointing out that if we win, we go to 6-1.
Gary's
You're at 5-2, and Canada's at 5-2, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I feel like if we're going to take pop shots at Canada for streams this week, Gary's been incredibly polite this week.
I would like not to mention the streams and just get fucking over it. And move on.
Dear. Yeah, there was a lot of.
It's had enough airtime.
Yes.
Let's just move on.
Also true, Dom. If we go 0-7, we don't deserve to go finals. I don't think there is people in our team capable of going 0-7. So yeah, it's going to be.
How much are you willing to bank on that one? I wonder.
I mean, I will drink this entire bottle if we go 0-7.
So you will commit suicide.
Yes.
If you go 0-7.
Yes.
That's the bet. Okay, so that's in my hands. Your life is now in my hands.
I've seen these pairings. I am okay with this.
So at this point, minus 40 variances across the board, and it's a complete clean sweep, and you can't do fuck all about it. You will kill yourself with hot sauce.
Probably yes. Because
yeah,
at that point it is in the hands of God.
Marshall says, my guess is England, Canada. That's because that is the statistically most likely outcome.
Yes, it is.
And it is not ignorable.
But as Connor said, this comes down to the Philippines. Because
who we are willing to coach, assist, in any way help, just reach out to us.
Oh dear. Yeah. This is because yes, we 6-1 to the Philippines, but the Philippines are not a bad team. They have had some good showings over the last few. So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens here. Can England and Ireland be decided in a final salvo?
AKA penalties.
As long as we get
we
one
all
win,
know how
yes.
the English can do penalties. So
as long as we get one win, then yes, we're fine with that. So yes, it's fine. I'm banking on either Tom, Julian, or Dom. Who are, I think I'm playing on Thursday, so I get to play Rebels this week. Should be fun. I get to play the minor
against Tom Reed tomorrow. It literally is a coin flip if we both play it right.
Yep.
So
welcome to 3 agility.
Coin flip.
Welcome to 3 agility swarms.
Any of these going to be streamed this week? Because I'd really like to watch.
I'm
waiting to see if Tom's healthy and well, and then I will put it up for options.
I think if Tom is healthy and well, awesome. If not, then Tim will be sub again, because I know that Tom is struggling still.
Well, I've given Tom Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday. If he's not well by Sunday, Tim can come and play.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, we'll sort it out. But yeah, I think, and hello, the Joe. Peru is here. We said nice things about you this week.
I said really passionate nice things about you this week. You guys were awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this one, the problem that Ireland have is that Canada is also on 25 wins. So Ireland is playing the top dog in the group, and Canada is playing the Philippines, which are okay, but not as good.
Rich's loss, which in fact I still think was automatic. If he'd won it, it would have put us at 26 to 24, and that would have been good. I don't think it's going to matter. I generally think it's going to come down to whether we can beat England or not. Yeah. I really do.
Yeah. If Ireland beat England, they're through. If not, then I think they're curtains.
Right. Unless the Philippines can literally pick it up. Now, my opponent for the Philippines was good. He just made one mistake, and the Canadians are very good. But it can be done.
Yeah. So, Marcel for Group A. Answers on a postcard. Basically, I expect it to be Italy and Singapore, unless Poland can pull the big upset, because Poland have to smash Singapore. Poland have to smash Italy. If Italy can hold a 5-2 loss, then they're fine, and I feel like they should be able to beat two players. But yeah, and I think that's true for Ireland, and I think if Ireland don't go through, it almost feels as bad as in Group A actually for the third team, because I think Ireland has been right up there along with Canada and England fighting for it. I
actually will respectfully disagree, because if you go through our win ratios, 4-3 against Wales.
Yeah.
4-3 against Canada. We've got a couple of 5-2s and then 4-3s. We fought hard out of every single round, so I am, like Gary Colton said, I am insanely proud of the way we've got together. But I'm not going to be crying into my milk if Canada take it.
That's fair.
At all.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, game win style. Canada's one bigger. Yeah, that's curious.
They're not facing you. Please come on, Philippines. But yeah, I think Canada will deserve to go through if they go through. And I really do wish we could put the streaming crap to bed forever. I love Canadians. Let's move on. I married one.
Yes, you're true. Hey, Canada Day
so
was...
Andrew Oler, I didn't know at the time, or it might have been him, but... Or Cam. Jesus, come either.
Andrew Oler's lovely.
Yeah.
They're all lovely. They are all lovely. Let's just leave it at that.
Sorry, eh? Or etc. All right, Group D. Is this where I actually have to be nice to the USA?
Well, it's really easy. USA cannot go out.
Yeah.
They are in.
So
The conversation about USA is over.
yeah, if we go back to round 6, just to run it down. Chile Sweden. Who won Chile Sweden? Sweden versus Chile. Chile. Oh wow, Chile really won.
Ooh,
Jesus,
5-2.
what happened to Sweden? God is dead. Long live the king. I think I've made
For
enough.
all religious leaders listening to this.
Yeah, I think I've I've done enough God jokes at this point. But oof. So yeah, Spain and shout out to Chile, and that's a big oof for Sweden. Hungary versus Spain. Well, everything was looking fine and rosy. We were gonna have.
Wasn't it?
We were gonna have. Where is it? There it is. We were gonna have another 7-0, and then this happened.
Hit, son.
Hello, Hungary.
Sorry, they didn't just beat them.
5-2.
They hammered them.
5-2. I feel like Spain was just like, we got this, we're through. Done. Then Hungary were just like, you what? And sucker punched them in the face. Yes. Yeah, we know, like, Canada, as much as, like, there's the little snide comment, we know it was massively blown out of proportion and everything is fine. You're all lovely people. And the same can be said for all of the fun that I've thrown in Ireland's general direction. Right. So, yeah, this one I wasn't expecting. Clearly. I mean, I was expecting Spain to just continue smashing things. But yeah, Hungary and Spain. Oof. God damn. So yeah.
Fair
Chile,
play to Hungary.
I called that one wrong. Malta did lose to the USA, but shout out to Malta. They did go 5-2. Malta continue to do some good wins. Marcel with the hot and spicy.
How much money?
I thought this was ours. I thought this was our job to do the hot and spicy taste, Marcel.
But if he's willing to put money on the table, how much?
Yes. Well, Australia, congratulations, you are still above the break, even though you played the break this week. You show that break. So
yeah, you put it back in their box.
You show that break. So this is where it gets interesting because the break is down at the bottom where it belongs. In the standings as they are at the moment, the USA cannot be caught by Hungary. Correct. The USA cannot be caught by Hungary. And this is where it gets a little bit interesting because they are 4 games behind, but they do have the head-to-head against Spain.
Yep.
So they're not catching the USA.
Sweden plays Spain.
And Sweden plays Spain.
Sweden are inconsistent as all hell, but we know there's good players in that team.
I mean, if we're going on the national stereotypes, flip-de-flop, yes.
And Hungary hopefully, Hungary just have to abuse Chile to give themselves a chance.
Oh dear. Yeah. So Hungary.
I do hope.
Let's have a look at the final round here.
Faith.
Chile versus Hungary. Now, as you say, Hungary need to take them out behind the bike sheds and just kick them into the dirt. They need as large a win as possible because they need to exceed Spain's wins. It doesn't matter if Spain loses as long as they get more than 3 ahead of Hungary. So, yeah. Oh, Suntin, yes, you can absolutely see the lists. If you go to thextc.space, then you can check out all the lists. They're on there. Yeah, I don't let people post links in the chat. Sorry to everyone who was just trying to post a link. So yeah, I think for Sweden here, if Sweden can go and punch Spain like really hard, because you've got to do it hard enough that Hungary can beat Chile even harder, then there is a chance. So you are saying there's a chance, but I can't see it. I'm going to be the Debbie down here.
Because we're a little late this week, I'm fairly certain Spain's 1-0, if chat want to correct me. Sweden were winning that match, but Spain brought it back.
Don't know.
I had I had 6 different games on at the same time.
Spain is 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0, but just about against Sweden.
Yeah. So that means that they can't. Yeah, I mean, they weren't expecting Spain wasn't expecting to go 0. So essentially, Hungary basically needs a 7-0, because if Spain go 4-2 against Sweden or 3-4, I think it's a very hot and spicy take that Hungary are going to go through. I think Spain are just too far ahead at this point.
Yeah, Hungary it's the 4-game loss, but it's possible, and frankly, they've shown they can king make, and they've shown they can play really well.
They can. So maybe if Hungary can come out and smash Chile, if maybe there's a gentleman's agreement and Chile just lie down in front of the bus, then maybe we'll see. But I don't think Chile dislikes Spain that much, so I think we'll be fine. And this is the other one that I want to see is the Aussies versus the US of A. I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but to the Aussies it means quite a lot.
It's pride at this point.
It is a lot of pride.
They've disappointed themselves up until this point, I think,
Yeah.
and I think they've got a lot to prove to everyone else.
Yeah, and apparently there are 4 games tomorrow. 4 games.
Play on, enjoy it, have fun. If you can beat the USA, go home with some pride, but it will not affect the outcome of the tournament.
Yeah, go on, smash Marcel. Make him not come first in his group. Actually, that's a big deal. They can stop the USA from coming first. I mean, it doesn't mean anything, but I don't know. It's and I'm going to give some credit to the USA here. If you can come first in your group, well done. You beat the reigning champions.
Did anybody else expecting some more hot sauce related stuff there?
Yep, 100%. I thought that's where that was going.
Yeah. No, not at all. They did lose to them in the head-to-head, but overall they've beaten them. So USA, well, if we have a look after this, there is a possibility that the USA, if the USA lose to Australia, then yes, they might not be number 1 in the group. So yes, it's fine.
Do you mind if I do a quick rundown of this from where we started at the beginning of this?
Sure.
And I'll be really, really quick. So we called out what I call the juggernauts of this event.
Mm-hmm.
Were Italy, Poland, and Group A.
Yes.
The minute it looks like it's going to be Italy, Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
It still could be. So we have a juggernaut on the line.
Yep.
In Group B, we called Juggernaut Germany, and we spread about 4 or 5 other names out there. Peru has proven themselves, and without question in my mind, they are a juggernaut. They were called.
Yes.
Group C, I stand by and I'm content to concede that England remains the juggernaut and one of the top 3 teams still in.
Mm-hmm.
And Ireland and Canada are sitting exactly where I thought they would be, either above or below each other.
Yep.
USA, Spain currently, as the 2 juggernauts going into this, look like they're going out.
Mm-hmm. Should be.
Which takes Ollie to Group E.
Group of entropy. Are we ready for this?
I thought it was easy street.
No.
According to Joe Congan.
This is properly group of entropy. Right, so let's have a look at what happened in Group E this week. Start off bottom. Switzerland had the break. I think the break killed Switzerland. I don't think Switzerland can make it through because it's this week. The break has killed Denmark. We'll get onto that in a second. But Serbia plays Denmark, Japan played Mexico, and France played the Netherlands. Shout out to Japan, because Japan pulled off the reverse sweep. They were 3-0 down, and they won it 4-3. So, good job. Good job, you. France-Netherlands, that was another absolutely massive slugfest, and it was won by France. Where is it? France-Netherlands, 4-3. As expected, really, really close. I feel like that has put Netherlands in the dirt. They still have a chance of getting through, but funnily enough, it is now probably easier for Serbia or Switzerland to get through. So France-Netherlands was a 4-3. Japan-Mexico, also a 4-3, I believe. Yep, 4-3. Reverse sweep. And Serbia-Denmark. Where is Serbia-Denmark? Where's it gone? There it is. 4-3 again. I mean, as is expected of the group of entropy, everything is just ridiculously close. Everyone is killing each other. And yeah, so Denmark beats Serbia. Sorry, I got that the wrong way.
Am I right in saying that we could be seeing a team go through on 3 losses?
Yeah. Because have a look at this. at the moment, I believe. So this hasn't quite. What's the rounds? Just to make sure I'm not getting any mistakes here. So Denmark are playing the break. So Denmark are now complete. Denmark are set and they are not changing at all. They have 19 wins.
And it's so sad though, right? I mean, I know it's
GG,
not sad.
well played.
It's not sad because like it's a reality of the situation. But Switzerland, Denmark, and Netherlands were all on 19 before this round started.
Yes.
And Denmark can't go any further, and they really brought it back, and then they had the goddamn break.
Yeah, they did.
They
did. So Denmark got splattered at the start. They clawed their way back, but stuck on 19 and losing the head-to-head against Switzerland, they cannot make it. Even if Switzerland get annihilated, Switzerland are going through above Denmark.
No, off-table conversation, because I'm not going to explain where I got this from, because I didn't ask the person where it came from. I think they're going to drop.
Who?
Switzerland.
No.
Switzerland have made it quite clear they don't want to play the finals.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll play for all 7 of them. This is my moment.
But again, this is not, gentlemen, this is not
that's
more than
pure,
Chinese whispers through Chinese whispers
pure
through Chinese
rumor and
whispers, and
speculation.
it's not news, but that's exactly what it is. However, it did raise a point. That could happen.
It might.
As we go into the end of the summer. Some teams might decide they don't want a 2-day event.
Yeah, and this is precisely the reason why I made sure that the 2 subs that I had in my team are those that are very much willing to play the 2-day event. Because we are in a similar situation where we may lose 1 or 2 players and have to swap in our subs. But that I was kind of expecting that because some people are able to play weekly and not able to play on a weekend. So we will see. But yeah, we'll see what happens. In this regard, though, it's getting super interesting here because Denmark are now locked in. I imagine they will probably come 4th. The question is, are the Netherlands going to jump them? So in the last week, the Netherlands are playing Mexico, so you probably expect the Netherlands to win that game. So the Netherlands should end up on 3-3 as well, jumping over the top of Denmark. Now Serbia are playing Switzerland. So Serbia versus Switzerland. At the moment, what will happen if Serbia jumps Switzerland is that they will also end up on 3-3. Can you see where it's going? Japan playing against France. If Japan beats France, France goes to 4-2 and Japan ends up on 3-3. So there is very much a real world where we could have a 4-way tie between Serbia, Netherlands, Denmark. Sorry, 5-way. Jesus. Yeah, it could be a 5-way tie between all 5 of these teams on 3-3, with France going on 4-2, going, what's up? we're the winningest.
The thing is, if Netherlands do stomp this and Switzerland and Japan lose, Netherlands are through.
Yeah. Because it's...
And I would just like to take credit. I said it'd be Netherlands and France from the off.
Yeah. And it could be, because if we go on what's expected, then Japan is expected to lose to France. Mexico is expected to lose to the Netherlands. And what could happen here, we don't know. Serbia, Swiss. So the Serbs can absolutely beat the Swiss. So, as you say, if Netherlands stomps... And they don't even need to stomp. They don't even need to stomp because they are already ahead of Switzerland. So as long as they win and Switzerland loses, because Japan, the game difference in Japan is so... The 16 is small.
But if Serbia stomp and Netherlands just clinch it,
because it's Serbia...
then Serbia will go through.
Oh no, sorry, I'm being an idiot. If Serbia stomp, then they can compete.
Yeah. So here's what I wrote down.
For Switzerland, it's winning in.
France, 21-4-1, Switzerland 19-3-2, Serbia 19-2-3, and Netherlands 19-2-3 can all make it.
Yep.
Denmark is killed by the break.
Yep.
Netherlands will hammer Mexico. France will beat Japan. Serbia versus Switzerland is the very much one to watch. And then I've also written after that we need to read Scott. But that's no longer relevant because he stopped playing. So the reality is Serbia and Switzerland is probably the most interesting match of the week.
Yeah. Maybe France-Japan, though. because there are two teams that can win in without having to go on points difference and everything else, and that is Switzerland and Japan. If Switzerland or Japan just win their games and do nothing else but go 4-3, squeak all of those wins, they are through. And what's interesting is they could both win, and then they have to fight each other, in which case it's probably going to be Switzerland that wins. So
sorry, Japan can get in. I've got myself wrong. Those were my scribble notes. They're not like a prediction.
Yeah, Japan
yes,
can
are
get
also in the marking.
Yes,
it's Switzerland, Japan, and Netherlands, and Serbia are all still in the running.
Yeah. So for the easiest one through is Switzerland, because if Switzerland wins their game against Serbia, it doesn't really matter what anyone. In fact, it doesn't. Who won against Switzerland and Japan? This is getting weird now. 1 second, I just need to find the Swiss versus Japan match.
I mean, there's also a chance that France dip as well, because if they get beaten by France, they've beaten by Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Switzerland win as well, and they're all stomps. Then it's Switzerland, Japan that are through.
How many game wins are France on?
21. Switzerland are on 19,
God,
and Japan are on 16.
Close, isn't it? Oh God. Okay, so
Yeah.
Japan, Switzerland. Japan did beat Switzerland. So, oh God. Okay. So, okay, I'm just gonna say something that I don't think is going to happen. Right. So, if Switzerland win and Japan win, then Switzerland have to 4-3 and Japan have to 7-0 France. That's not going to happen. So realistically, Japan can only get through if Switzerland loses. That's Japan's way of getting through. They cannot win on game difference because they need to 7-0 France to get ahead of any of the other teams, which just isn't going to happen. So,
not with that attitude.
I mean, France are good. So realistically, Serbia has to beat Switzerland for Japan to get through, which can absolutely happen. Switzerland just have to win. If they win, they're through, because Japan isn't going to 7-0 France. For the others, it gets weird, because for Netherlands and Serbia, it then comes down to game difference against each other. Assuming that Japan and Switzerland both lose, then if Netherlands and Serbia win, then it gets interesting. Oh my God. Yes, if Japan 6-1, sure, but it's unlikely. I don't see Japan 6-1 France. So
you can do it, Japan.
This one's gonna be fun. The group of Entropy is exciting down to the last moment.
And thank God it is. It's got the whole damn tournament alive. I mean,
It's
first
just
we got
that
to
good.
round 7, where we've got 3 locked-in teams.
Yes.
Now we've got maybe 3 others that are probably locked in.
Yeah. So
but we've only got 3 locked, which, I mean, it could have been 5 locked-in teams at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's not.
So
And
shout
2
out
of them are in the same group as well.
USA, Peru, and Germany. Shout out to them. Italy and England. Shout out to them, as they're the 2 that are closest.
Probablys.
Yeah.
They almost certainly.
They're the 2 that are closest. And also shout out to France, because you are almost certainly locked in. So we're close to 6. But that's.
We are close to 6.
There
and
are
I would
some
love Serbia to
crazy
go through, by the way.
scenarios.
Given all the hits Serbia's had, I would love Serbia to go through. But yes, it is unlikely.
Mm-hmm. So
It's still the most open group though, and it can change from day to day who's going through, and I think that's the best thing of this tournament so far, that we do have a group that is still so up in the air.
Yep.
I completely agree. And Group B let us all down by concluding with such automaticness.
Yeah, for sure.
Group B's the worst.
I mean, Germany, in fairness, fought their way back, but I've still. I mean, I know we said it before. I just love the fact that Peru has topped everybody. Out of 38 teams, Peru is reigning Swiss.
It is, and we all know what happens to the King of Swiss.
Well, we do. They get to meet the guy at the bottom who has fought their way to get there, bleeding through the trenches, and comes ready for a fight.
However, this is a round robin. So what we should probably do just before we go into the final week is just have a quick mention about the finals, because we mentioned them a little bit. Finals are going to be on the last weekend of August, the bank holiday. It is the Saturday and the Sunday, only a bank holiday for you in the UK. Ireland have a bank holiday?
I will check my diary, which is sitting right in front of me.
Fair enough.
I don't think so, though, because I know my wife is really hoping we lose. Summer holiday? Yeah, we are off on the Monday.
Well, there we go.
You've set yourself a difficult target of having to do a 1 hour roundup after every round, especially when it's a 2-day tournament.
Tough, right? I know. But yes, so in terms of this, the finals are going to be a 2-day round robin. 5 games day 1, 4 games day 2. Obviously, there are 10 teams, top 2 of each group. Don't know about the situation with drops. I'd like to think that all teams that go through are going to be able to play the finals, but obviously we'll see what happens if drops are a situation. In terms of substitute and lists, which makes it super interesting, lists are able to change before the finals. So you have an opportunity to review, to change things, to change players as well. Not completely, but if you have a sub, you can swap in a sub and a player, swap them around. That's the situation. So we may see teams completely change between the group stage and the finals. What makes it really interesting for the finals is you lose all that prep time. What you have now, you're going to play every single team, which is nice, but you have to be ready to do pairings for every single round. And for those of you who have played tournaments before on a regular basis, you are going to have to do this go. You're going to come off the back of your previous game, you're going to have a 5-minute break, and then you're going to go straight into pairings for the next round. Because realistically, yes, there is a break in between rounds, but if you're like me and you play past the final whistle every single game, you pretty much just don't get a break and you go straight into it. So here's hoping for a lunch break. That would be nice.
Hey, Ollie, joist. That's the key. In fact, on GSP 2 weekends ago, whatever it was, I had an 8-minute round and an hour-and-a-half break. It was class.
Even if I'm playing a swarm, I don't set them up opposite my opponent and joust them. It just doesn't do a thing. And as Rich is saying, for those teams on the other side of the world, or just anyone not in Europe, I think this is the frustration. I think what we're going to do is we're shifting it very slightly. So we're going to be, we're not doing it on UTC standard. We're shifting it slightly towards America to make it a little bit easier on America here.
This event will in fact be played in the middle of the oil pipeline across the Atlantic.
It will be, and like Singapore, if they get through, it's going to be horrendous. It's going to be absolutely horrendous. Change your sleeping schedule over the couple of days because, you're going to have to become nocturnal.
I will just point out that Gary Carlton's just said that having a non-playing captain is a massive advantage in the finals.
It is. And for the guys who are subs for England team, I'm going to be asking them very nicely to be, if they're around and they can get some of the day off, to be having a look at the pairings in between rounds. I mean, honestly, I should have all of the pairings sorted beforehand. That should be done. So yeah.
Andrew Oler is still in the chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to point out to Canada, you guys don't need to do this to yourselves. All you have to do is lose this round, and you won't even have to think about time zones. I mean, guys in Vancouver, Edmonton, come on. Do you guys really want to play this? Just saying. Think about it now.
It's only an 8-hour time difference. What time are we starting?
It's brutal for those guys.
9 in the morning, so that is what? Basically, it's 1 in the morning that you're starting.
1 a.m. start.
Oh, you don't want to do that. I'll play for Canada. I'll do it.
All right.
How many times the USA? How many times does the USA have? 3?
I think
4.
It's 4 because you've got East's, Central, and then that one that I cannot remember the name of, and then
Is it
West.
Mountain and Western?
Right, where
5.
is my...
Okay, Christ.
Give me a second. I pasted all of the schedule deadlines somewhere.
Well, Canada has exactly the same numbers as US. Vancouver, I think, is 5 hours off Ontario.
Right, so pre-main event points changes and Okay, so the deadline for points changes happening before the main event is the 15th of August. The main event itself is happening on the 28th and 29th of August. What I would imagine that means is that the lists deadline will be probably a week to a week and a half before the main event, because normally they say, right, they'll give you a couple of weeks notice. So realistically, the situation is going to be that you're going to have about a week to a week and a half to sit down and break down lists. I am going to be spending basically the entire week doing pairings, making sure that we are 100% ready for that. And before that, I'm going to be making sure that we have all of our lists ready. So whilst, yes, there is a bit of a break in between the finals and the actual thing, realistically, yeah, it's going to be a thing. And
your job again, just remind me, because you get 2 months off during the summer
because I am a wonderful person that helps children.
I swear to God, the XTC has caused more strain in my marriage than anything else that's occurred.
And go spend time with your wife. She is a lovely person.
Well, she is currently, thank God, in Canada. Hence why we're being nice to Canadians. Take care of her.
Yes. And my lovely fiancée has also been very, very kind. I've spent the last however many days going to lots of different places on a UK-based holiday, and it has been lovely. And I have spent this evening going rollerblading around Brighton and talking to you lovely people. So, yes, I owe her time. But that's the thing. Right. So, onwards and upwards.
Yep. Yeah, where do we go from here?
What do we think is the most exciting matchup? Just before we finish, what do we think is the most exciting matchup coming up this week? So, Group A.
It's split, though. If you're going to go through the groups, or you're just going to go with the two?
I'm going to go with most exciting matchup in each group.
Okay.
Cool.
So.
Italy,
Poland, Italy. There's no question.
Yeah,
there's no discussion. It's just done.
That is the game for second place. If Italy win, they're first. If Italy don't win, then, well, they might not be first. Singapore might beat them to first. But regardless, if Italy win, then they're through. If Poland smash Italy, then they're through. It's simple. It's easy. But Poland have to really beat Italy. They can't just tickle them. Can't be a 4-2. So, yeah, it's got to be a biggie. So, yeah, that
was easy.
I think that's the easiest one there. Closely followed by if Singapore Czech Republic is close, but considering it's 3-0 already, probably not.
You never know. We've lost 3-0. It could be tough.
Yes. So, okay.
Group B, I'm really sorry. There is nothing interesting going on here.
No.
Peru, can you 7-0 Lithuania? Ukraine, can you beat the Republic of South Africa? We'd like Ukraine to get off the scoreboard. That probably makes that the most exciting.
I think for me, Peru Lithuania is now the most interesting game, closely followed by Germany.
7-0.
I would like Lithuania to beat Peru because I think it'd be fun to not have any 7-0 teams. But Peru, that is yours to win, and show that you are top dog. Do it.
I'm actually hoping for a Peru victory because I think they've earned that.
And I want Scotland to beat Germany just because it'll be funny. Go on, Scotland. You can do it. I believe in you.
Yep, I don't disagree with any of those.
All right.
This one, it's got to be England, Ireland.
I mean, the reality is there's very few professional sporting events where England Ireland is not the most exciting game.
It's a good point, actually. It's a very good point.
But because this is always an old rivalry.
It is.
This is proper hundreds of years.
And
fighting back and forth.
The funny thing is, as well, is that because we went into pairings this week, obviously, and we were looking at all the players and everything else. Of anyone in the tournament, there is not a team that I know better than Ireland, and I imagine the same would be for Ireland looking at England. Like we play against each other all the damn time. We know the players. I mean, hell, Dom Flanagan is playing against Nick Harris. They have probably in the entire tournament, I don't think there is anyone who has played more games against each other than those two people. They live 5 minutes down the road from each other. They stream on the same thing, and hilariously, after we gave Gary the option of Dom or Julian, Nick was just like, no, as he got paired into Dom.
Nick's not thrilled with this.
No,
I'm not sure Dom's thrilled with it either.
It's probably better than the PTSD of playing against Julian again, though. So
I've never played Tom Reed, but we've had like hours long conversation, and I love him to bits. So I'm looking forward to it either way.
Yeah, Tom's a great chap, and I get to play
He's
your
great player as well.
I get to play your minor.
Oh, I know. Yeah, our minor's not a minor anymore. He turned 18 last week.
Congratulations to him.
He also
the minor that sounds like he's 45.
Yeah, the minor who won like a UK-wide Warhammer tournament. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I've got confidence in Junior.
So when I beat him up, it's not officially like child abuse then.
Or when he kicks the shit out of you, you don't need to crawl in a corner and cry. Yeah,
that's fine. I get beaten up by 17-year-olds on a regular basis at my school gaming club. It's fine. I'm used to it. But no,
give him hell, Junior.
I think England Ireland's going to be fun. Canada Philippines is going to be an interesting follow-up. If the Philippines can put up a good fight, then oh boy, that one's going to get
the
stressful.
Philippines are definitely putting some work in for this. For this fixture though.
Oh yeah, they can be deciders. So yeah,
it's nice of them too. I mean, I loved my Filipino opponent. I thought he was a lovely guy.
Yeah.
And it was one mistake that cost them the series against us. We haven't had a single easy win like at all. And Philippines or Finland, I don't know which gives the hardest one, but Philippines came down to the wire. So yeah. I have faith that they can pressure Canada.
Yep.
I mean, if Philippines win, I get a fully painted Malorus Swarm, so no pressure, Philippines.
Wow.
From who?
Mr. Colton.
Fair enough.
Fair play. Fair play.
Man can paint.
The man can paint. The man can absolutely paint. So yeah, I think that's the big ones this week. All right. So, Group D. It's got to be Sweden, Spain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is it how hard Hungary can beat up Chile? But no,
the reality is they're mixed, right?
Yeah.
Malta's on a break. Malta, you've been great. We've loved you to bits. We've been very pro Malta. You're out. Well fought. Australia, USA doesn't matter.
No.
So it's both of them really. It's Hungary versus Chile, and it's Spain versus Sweden. Can Sweden knock Spain off there? We know Spain can lose.
I'm going to be controversial. I think the best series in Group D this week is going to be Australia USA.
What, for the crack?
Yeah, I think if you're looking to watch some good games, go watch Australia USA.
Well, in fairness, USA
don't even have the Oscars.
USA tend to get some wonderful streaming, but it's always quite late.
Hmm.
I don't know how the hell USA and Australia works time zone wise. It can't be worse, can it? Are they 12 hours apart?
I think USA Australia is easier. It's kind of like us playing America. So the Americans playing the Aussies, the Americans just have to stay up late, and the Aussies can play in the afternoon.
Yeah, fair.
Also point out that Akhtar Khan will play at any time.
Akhtar Khan will just play. He doesn't sleep. He's a robot that plays X-Wing.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure how many games that man plays, but it's ridiculous. It's actually insane. Someone should unplug him from the computer every now and then, just to see his family.
I do genuinely think if he wins an event, Brian Farmer is going to break.
Bugger off. There we go. Got rid of it.
I just had Liam to bugger off. It's like, damn, harsh.
Yes.
I was like, whoa. Yeah, if Akhtar Khan wins an event, Ryan Farmer's going to have nothing to say for a while.
I mean...
Again, he's a name.
He's going to have a lot to say. Apparently, Ryan was whispering badly pronounced names into a microphone earlier this week. Also, if you wanted some beef...
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Okay, for a couple of things. Small amount of beef. Small amount of beef from the Glitterstim guys. I love your work. It's weird. I don't listen to it. I love your work, though, and it seems to have a large following. Ask me before you steal my thumbnail. Come on, guys. Come on. That would have been nice. That would have been nice.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, exactly.
I will be your lawyer.
No, you'll just be my the guy that I set on people. You go shout at them. Right.
I've got a good kick.
He does. And he's got a very grumpy face.
He will rename your country. Seriously, God knows. You could end up North Greece. Who knows?
Oh, Connor's done it. Connor's done it. All right. What I'm going to do, you guys need to put your thinking caps on because we need an episode name for the week. So while you do that, I'm going to break down what the hell is going on in Group E in terms of interesting games.
Episode name for this week?
Yeah.
Or next week?
For this week.
For this week?
For this week.
Oh no, why didn't we just steal ASMR Glitterstim's title?
No, because I like having a good thumbnail and title.
Oh, this is getting bitchy.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
I
snap.
actually quite like them, and they have a glorious picture. Right, where is? Yeah, no, I stole the stealing to put it like Gary. I nicked your photo to put as the thumbnail on that episode. Right. Anyway, back to X-Wing, back to important things. What is going to be the most important game of this week? I think Serbia Switzerland.
I think that's without any question.
Yeah.
Yep, I think that's it.
Because if the Swiss win, they're in. If the Swiss lose, Japan has a chance. And if Japan lose, it's just a massive snowball. So basically, watch Serbia Switzerland, work out the result of that one, and then go to the next important thing down from there. Because I think in order, it is going to be Serbia Switzerland, and then France Japan, and then Netherlands Mexico. Because Netherlands should beat Mexico. Mexico is 1-4. So France should beat Japan, but who knows? So,
France have been the most consistent team in a group of lacking consistency. God knows what Netherlands is going to do.
who knows? I mean, this could be the week that Netherlands just come out with a 7-0. Just go, come
We've
on.
been waiting patiently.
They're capable of doing it.
They are.
We've been waiting for something.
No. I think honestly, the Netherlands could be the biggest surprise of the tournament for me going out. I mean, I know that Australia was a big surprise, but if Netherlands don't make it through to the final with the team that they have, I think that is a massive shock.
I've got our title for this week. Sleepless in Lima.
I
Has it got
like
too
the
many
Dead
layers?
Don't Die.
Has it got too many layers? It's got too many layers.
I think so.
I like The Dead Don't Die or King of Monsters being Peru.
I think
That's also a little bit too many layers.
I think Peru need a shout out this week, don't they?
How about just well done Peru?
No, it's boring.
Peruvian
How about-
groove?
Sleep on this?
I feel like we should work sleep in it. Match up Pichu. Oh, that's fun.
See if you come back to Sleepless in Lima, I'll be very upset.
Fly like you stole it.
Match up Pichu. God damn it.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I need to work a llama into the thumbnails somehow. Right? Yeah, Emperor's New Groove. There we go. Done.
Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's
I
New
like
Groove.
that.
Oh, yep, can't argue with that one.
Because, first of all, it's a fantastic film. And if no one has watched The Emperor's New Groove, go watch The Emperor's New Groove. It has a llama in it and an adorable little cat. And pull the lever, crunk.
Yep, pull the lever.
Yes. So I did actually watch The Emperor's...
And that's your one man Lima.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, but that wins. That totally
Yeah.
wins.
Em-Peru's
Sorry,
New
Ollie.
Groove. Oh, no, Funwhat's got it. Em-Peru's New Groove. Done.
Come on, 2 man enter, 1 man Lima is not beating that.
Done.
Oh,
No.
fucking hell.
No.
That's
I'm
gotta
calling
be
it secretly in my head is that.
I mean, I could probably put it as a subheading.
Yeah, use both.
It's fine. We'll find a way to work it in. But yeah, that's basically it for the week. Any questions from the chat, and while the chat are asking me questions, any thoughts from you guys?
I've got a query. I take it we are doing this again next week.
That was the
Are
plan.
we going to round up the roundup?
We've got to round up the event before finals, right?
I hope we're also going to do one after the finals, or
My-
before the finals,
my
or around
plan-
the finals.
My plan for scheduling. I'm going to do one after this week coming, just to group everything up.
Yep.
I'm probably not going to do too much on who are we excited for finals. I think we'll leave that until beforehand. And then like a week before finals, we'll do finals are coming. We've had some time to reassess. Got to make some predictions for finals, right?
Yeah.
got to make some predictions for the finals. They're all going to be wrong. It's going to be great. But yeah, I think that's what I would go off. Make some predictions for finals, and then we can probably do one after finals as well. Probably.
Do we dare go back and tot up our predictions and see who was right overall?
Oh God, you're making me rewatch my videos.
You'd have to rewatch them all and go through like every minute of it. But in fairness, I've got a relatively good idea. We haven't done horribly in this.
Okay, I think, and someone's probably going to throw this back at me at some point and say, "Oh, you have to go and do it." I reckon we could do one of these little animated things where it goes ding, 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 and it changes. See if we can get one of the animated who's in the lead on predictions as we go through, and I can make it a little like 5-minute video on who's leading the predictions on the way through the XTC.
I haven't been so good at calling them, like finalizing down on it because I've been
I
kind of modest, but I think it's a good idea.
This is the problem: is that if can we actually get a set of predictions for each one?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Because we haven't really been doing who's going to win.
It's another thing I'll win though, isn't it? Really, let's be honest.
Okay, I think we're going to finish off the week with a little bit of spice, because I enjoy giving Liam shit, and I've been thinking about this in a week as he's been winning things. And okay, I'm going to preface this with this is really unfair to Liam, and we already did a bit at the beginning about how awesome it is that Liam's been winning all these events. But I am also going to say, well, it'd be cool if Liam was winning these events when everyone wasn't playing in the XTC who was good.
That's not spice. That's just mean.
I know.
Well, that's really rude.
It's also fairly incredibly untrue because the amount of XTC players that were playing in all of the events that Liam has been playing in is quite large. So I wanted to
include who did you beat for the Leeds event again?
Oh, Tom Reed. Oh, and guess who I beat in the Ready Room Roulette?
Tim
Kester
King.
Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, is he England team as well?
Tim King.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, was Tim King in there too?
Tim King was playing in the store championship that he won.
Didn't meet him, but I mean, I will say I've regularly beaten you as well. Yeah, on my days off from winning tournaments.
And you kicked the crap out of me yesterday.
Yeah, justice for Liam, indeed, Funwalk.
I got the nibble that I wanted out of that one. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
And if I see you in person, you're gonna get the entire bite.
Nom 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 nom.
Oh!
Nom 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 nom.
nom. Ollie Pugnall, super fit in fairness, at what, about 5'9" and maybe 14 stone, versus the Sasquatch from Leeds.
Okay.
From Leeds, from Wolverhampton.
I'm 6'1" and 14 stone, but yes.
Okay, 6'1", 14 stone versus a man whose grandfather had sex with a polar bear.
Oh my god. And you say I'm in trouble.
I think, fuck the hot sauce, this will be wonderful to record.
Oh dear.
There's no escape because of...
And now Liam's got him, and he swallowed him whole!
I would actually love to wrestle Liam. That'd be really good fun.
Oh, but I'd snap you in half.
That's it's fine. We can have a good time. Like we're not like fighting because
we're not oiling up.
No, but it'd be good fun to have a little bit of a wrestle. Oh dear. I mean, Darren Granger challenged me to an arm wrestle just to slap me around the face, so that was the thing that happened. Right. I think we've run out of good things to say.
I think you're probably right.
I think so.
And it's been
I actually
around 45 minutes. We've kept most of the people in chat. So.
Yep. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this. Next week we should be back on a standard schedule. We should be back to Sunday Funday, and with that in mind, I think it's back to dials, and have yourselves all a wonderful, wonderful final week of the XTC. It's wrapping up. It's getting exciting, and we'll see you all soon. Bye bye.
Toodles.
Bye.